The year we stopped lying. We didn't wake up one morning and decide to rebel. That's the part history always gets wrong. There was no explosion, no sirens, no single breaking news alert that said this is it. What happened was quieter. We got tired of pretending this was normal, tired of being told we were lazy when we were exhausted, tired of being gaslit into thinking the pain was personal. The failure was individual. The shame was ours to carry alone. And one day, not loudly, not dramatically, we realized something terrifying. It wasn't us. The problem wasn't that we didn't work hard enough. The problem wasn't that we weren't grateful enough. The problem wasn't that we weren't spiritual enough, productive enough, obedient enough. The problem was that the system was built to drain us and then shame us for bleeding. They told us to fix our bodies while our souls were starving. They sold us wellness while poisoning our lives. They monetized our attention, our grief, our hope, and called it opportunity. They told us to keep scrolling, keep voting, keep consuming, keep believing that if we just stayed quiet long enough, compliant enough, patient enough, someone up there would eventually do the right thing. But 2026 didn't arrive with answers. It arrived with clarity. We stopped asking, "What's wrong with me?" and started asking, "Who benefits from this being broken?" We noticed how every institution spoke in circles, how every promise came with a price, how every crisis somehow made the same people richer and the same people disposable. We noticed how burnout became universal, not because we were weak, but because we were being pushed past human limits by systems that do not feel. And that's when the illusion cracked, not with rage, with recognition. We looked at each other, across kitchens, hospital halls, classrooms, cubicles, refugee camps, living rooms at 2 a.m., and thought the same forbidden thought. Oh, you feel it too. That's the moment they fear. Not protests, not slogans, not elections, shared recognition. Because when people realize their pain is patterned, their suffering is intentional, and their exhaustion is profitable, they stop blaming themselves. And systems built on self-blame cannot survive clarity. We didn't become radical. We became honest. We stopped being impressed by power without integrity. We stopped worshiping wealth without wisdom. We stopped mistaking noise for leadership and cruelty for strength. Faith didn't disappear, it went underground. Out of institutions, out of performance, back into conscience, back into how we treat the vulnerable when no one is watching. Technology didn't save us, but it exposed who was using it to erase humanity, and who was trying to protect it. Politics didn't give us heroes. It revealed who was extracting and who was quietly holding the line. And in that stillness, that unbearable, beautiful stillness, we understood something they never planned for. You can control people who think they're alone. You cannot control people who recognize each other. So no, 2026 wasn't the collapse. It was the alignment. The year we stopped lying to ourselves. The year we stopped mistaking survival for living. The year we stopped asking permission to see clearly. History will say nothing happened, but everything did. Because once a population remembers its own sanity, no empire, no matter how loud, can keep standing on silence.